Let's talk about future projections for VTSAX, and maybe this is stock market included. And this is a great paper that I ran across. It's called The Future Value of Mutual Fund Investments, a better Bootstrap-based forecasting model. And the reason why I'm bringing this paper up today is because when I look at my own investments, I like to extrapolate what I think the future price of VTSAX is going to be in order to map my road to retirement. Because you always assume that there's like this 10-15% model that the stock market's going to increase. But if you look at historical patterns for VTSAX, they've actually superseded what's happened in the stock market. And things seem to be going at a more accelerated pace. When you factor things like inflation and just the state of the world today, it seems like things are going up a little bit quicker than they were in previous years. Especially when you look at old historical models closer to the 2008 recession and see how stagnant things were and how they've really exponentially increased over the past few years. Starting with around the COVID time, things have just gone up in value. And add in inflation. Inflation is bad for the everyday consumer. But it also means that the prices of goods, everyday goods, are going to increase. And the stocks or the companies that are selling those goods, their revenues will increase. And ultimately, the money Ponzi or whatever's happening behind the scenes continues to increase in value. So when we look at something like VTSAX, and when I look at it, I look to see, I want to retire in X amount of years. Based on this traditional model, this is where it's going to happen. But what if things expedite and the value of VTSAX doubles or triples? Will that decrease the time that I need to reach my retirement goals? And what does that mean for today? If I think that VTSAX is going to double or triple, do I need to get more money in today in order to feel that double or triple? Because the longer you wait, then that double or triple is going to take even longer to happen. And this paper beautifully describes it. We're going to scroll down to page 10. It's a great paper, by the way. And what's happening here, there's an exhibit, and this is a possible 10-year futures for a $10,000 investment in VTSAX. And what the author did is they ran simulations, so Monte Carlo simulations or random computer simulations to figure out all these data points that are happening within the stock market and VTSAX and extrapolate what that means for the price of VTSAX long term. So this happened in 2018. And if you had a traditional $10,000 investment in VTSAX, by the year 2023, the money had doubled in value to $21,515. So that's a 100% gain on your money. And this is a 10-year model. So the last lines right here is going to be 10 years after 2018, which is 2028. And what do we see here? We see that the top range is $85,636 and the bottom range is $3,440 if the money disappears somehow. So this $10,000 investment that someone did in 2018 would have 8x'd by 2028. So it really shows that the earlier you get in, the best time to invest was probably 25 years ago, but the second best time is right now. The earlier you get in, the more you can appreciate those 2x's, those 3x's. And using this information from 2023, $21,515 could at the top range become $85,636. I don't think it would. But at some years, it does reach the top of the investment bootstrap simulation, like in 2019, 2021, and 2020. It's towards the top as well. So if it reached towards the top in 2028, you'd be looking at a 3-4x investment from your values in 2023. And obviously, the year is 2025 now, so it's going to be smaller. But there still might be a 2-3x in there. And the thing that you need to realize is if there is a 2 or 3x by the year's 2028, the money that you have now will 2 to 3x. But if you invest in 2028 and it's already at that top of that bootstrap simulation, then you're going to have to wait X amount of years again for it to double. So what I'm saying is the stock market traditionally doubles every so many years, but it seems like the models are getting exponentially quicker. And I don't know if this is good or bad news, but this is a great simulation to show exactly, do I get in now? Do I continue my dollar cost averaging? If I have a lump sum of money, do I want to take that risk now? There are a lot of great graphs on this paper, and I'm going to use it to provide a little bit more education for myself and better strategize my plans to hit that financial independence number that I'm looking at and continue my road to acquire as much VTSAX as possible. Let me know what you think. I'll drop the link in the description below. And as always, have a wonderful day.